Hey guys, what's going on? My name's Jesse, your J-Game, and today we're going to be talking about Avengers in 2022 and its current state. I invested like 500 hours last year, and I'll be damned if they shut down the servers in 2023. In its current state, the game has been beat dead with a stick, with radio silence and adding skins every other week. So here are my top 5 ways on how we can save the Avengers game. So after months of silence, Crystal Dynamics at Square Enix have finally revealed more info on the future of Marvel's Avengers, and sorry for the fans that are eagerly waiting for a roadmap because that is not coming. They are not ready to give us the roadmap, which is scary because it's almost March. A dev on Reddit has also confirmed to us that they have no plans to release a roadmap anytime soon. They're most likely going to release a patch with content like Spider-Man's update where we only got like one cutscene, and they already announced what next month's patch is. It's literally an overhaul of rewards you get for raids and missions and all that, which no one really cares about right now because the game is in a current state of non-playability. The year of 2022 has started and 2 months in and there's still no content, and we're almost in March, so we have 10 months to go. We need content, Crystal Dynamics. To oversimplify the information they've given us, they confirmed that the return of Nick Fury is happening. They're also changing the war table and how you get missions, which is actually kind of worrying because here it actually kind of says that there will be skill-based matchmaking like in Call of Duty. We don't even have enough players for skill-based matchmaking. We're also getting new ways to get units for shipments because everyone loves units and loves shipments. They also acknowledge the raids and how broken it is, and they promise to improve the bugs. Now look, this is great and all, but let's talk about how we can really fix the Avengers game and saving it from dying with my top 5. For this top 5, I'm gonna actually try to avoid talking about the bugs in the game. We all know that this game is super buggy and has so many glitches that I can't even name them all, and I have recorded a few and I do want to showcase them in today's video, but I also kind of want to be positive in this video and talk about what improvements they can do to actually make the game better. This is in no specific order, but first we're going to start out with more villains. How do we not have more villains added into villain sectors? Right now we only have Taskmaster, Abomination, and like 2 different kinds of robots to fight off. That is so boring after a year of this game being out. There are so many villains that we can actually get, like Crossbones, MODOK. Let's get another duplication version of MODOK. We've done that for Taskmaster, that they keep cloning him. Why can't we get a MODOK clone? There's the Sentinels from the end of the Avengers game. We can do Claw in human form again, say it's a clone. They have the potential of saying that they clone these villains and that we have to go do these missions and defeat them again. How hard is it to add these villains to villain sectors? Not to mention for Spider-Man, he didn't even get a villain of his own to fight for his own story missions. Why not add Ghost? I know you guys probably don't have the rights to use Spider-Man villains, so add an Iron Man villain like Ghost and that will fit perfectly into his story. You guys need to add something for that Spider-Man story. You guys snuffed him from that. More villains will equal more fun, more locations to fight these villains in, and that's where we're gonna get into the next point of what I think can improve the game. So next on my list, which is number 4, is reuse campaign missions. Why aren't we using assets from the main game? This game was super beautiful. A lot of people try to discredit the Avengers game. It was a beautiful single player experience, and maybe they should have kept it that way. But you know what? Now it's too late. Look, just reuse all the missions that you have in your arsenal. Use those areas because they're much more bigger and broader, and it feels much more like an open world more than we do have in these missions already on the war table. Why haven't we gotten missions of us trying to go to the Chimera and trying to find Hulk and use that area for missions for us in the multiplayer? Or why haven't we used the ending to the game to actually try and get new areas? We have Captain America's space mission in the campaign mission where we can use those areas to actually get new areas in the game. Not only that, why don't we have the potential to play with other friends while we're in the campaign? There are certain points in the campaign where you're like, oh, this is definitely just multiplayer, but campaign, we should be able to join each other. There's no reason why that is not a thing yet. And why can't we join in middle of games with other people? If they're in the middle of a raid, we should be able to join into that game. My point is you guys need to reuse the campaign and use those assets for multiplayer and put us into those maps because they're bigger, beautiful, and it will give us a little bit of more variety. Next on the list, we're going to be talking about the heroes, and that's because we need more characters and more rapid releases, just like the Spider-Man release we got literally in November. It's been so long, and we just need more characters in the game, and I'm going to make it easy for you guys. Just make duplicate characters like you did for Hawkeye and Kate Bishop. We got characters like War Machine that can mimic Iron Man but have much more in his armory to be much more of a War Machine. And we got Yelena. She can be the Black Widow just with different weapons. And why haven't we gotten a She-Hulk yet? I know it leaked and it's probably going to be coming real soon. She-Hulk will be a playable character in Marvel's Avengers, but why haven't we gotten it yet? It's not hard. It's basically a duplicate of Hulk. Who knows what exactly they're going to do with her? If they're going to give her super jump, maybe super speed, because you got them calves of steel. Who knows, guys? Those duplicate characters deserve to get a rapid release, but if you want characters that have a personality of their own, yeah, we do want story missions for those. Don't rush those, but the duplicates, we're all for it. I'm hoping for characters that have magic like Scarlet Witch or Doctor Strange. How haven't we gotten a character like that already? My hopes right now is that in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, we'll be able to get our own Doctor Strange as a hero in Marvel's Avengers. And who knows, maybe for Doctor Strange's story mission in Marvel's Avengers, he gets to fight Scarlet Witch and that's the villain. That would be so awesome. People would be kind of mad that we don't get to play as Scarlet Witch, but hey man, if we get Scarlet Witch or Doctor Strange before the end of the year, that would be awesome. But make sure you guys do those duplicates, man. Those duplicate characters will save you. Trust me. Do a War Machine. Do a Yelena. Do something. Next on my list, we're going to talk about more of the online features and exactly what you can do in Marvel's Avengers, because right now the most you can do is do missions with friends, collect rewards, and repeat and repeat and repeat, and sometimes that gets kind of boring. There has to be more variety. I'm in the middle of editing and I forgot to say we need crossplay for PS5 and Xbox players. Yeah, that's it. So these next 2 points are gonna be kind of in the same ballpark, but they do pertain to different things. So let's talk about this first one, and that's playing with friends. When you're playing with friends, there is certain things you can do in this game. You guys can hang out on the Quinjet and do emotes and maybe go to the harm room. That's pretty much it, and that's what I don't really like. We have these areas where we can walk around together and just play around and just be us Avengers. Why don't we have areas where we can play mini games with other Avengers? Why don't we have a whole emote wheel yet? The emote wheel is something we need. I'm sick and tired of going back and forth into the menu to just change emotes. To do in front of your friends is pretty tedious. So I would love a way where we can get a emote wheel and do all the emotes we have. There are plenty of emotes. I think my Iron Man has around 15 emotes, and you're telling me I have to go back into the menu and just change it again and again and again and again because you guys don't want to add an emote wheel? And apparently the reason they don't want to add an emote wheel is because we're gonna be trolling with the emote wheel. I don't know what that means exactly. I don't know how I'm gonna troll someone with an emote wheel, but this is something that Crystal Dynamics has said themselves. They don't want to add an emote wheel because we will be trolling with it or griefing, or I don't know. I just don't understand. There should be places where Iron Man can use his full capacity in his boots and do races with other Iron Man. Have a mini game with Spider-Man, or have a mini game with all these other characters. If you don't have Spider-Man, you can use Hawkeye, and you guys are like doing Arrow versus Web. Whoever hits the slingshot in the middle wins. Like, I don't know. There'd be different ways to make this way better when you're playing with friends. If you're not doing missions and battling aim, like, we need more enemies. That's one thing too. I guess that goes with villains, but we need more enemies. It's either do missions with your friends, battle aim, or go to the Quinjet, go to the anthill, go hang out a little bit. And there's potential there. We just need a bigger area, and that's where we're gonna get into the last point of this whole video. And where the heck is patrol mode? If you guys don't remember what patrol mode is, it's basically a mode that Crystal Dynamics has promised us, and it's basically this open world version of the game that we have already. Now, if you see the Utah wasteland, let's say that just 10 times bigger, and you're able to go walk around with your friends and go have a great time and go be Avengers. And if you want, you can go battle. If you want to just chill out, you can chill out. These were things that I was so excited for in patrol mode because I'm sick of these like little maps. I'm sick of these little areas. I just want to walk around and sometimes just swing around, fly around, and do whatever around, and I can't do that because I'm in this set. Go do this mission, go find this vault, go open the vault, yay, reward. And I'm sick of that. We need a open world mode that is double the size, that has a lot to do, not just battling, have challenges, races. There's so many things that we can do and hopefully potentially have in the future. And it's simple, guys. Just make mini games for this area. We can also have little areas where it's like the harm room. We can have little areas where it gives you chests if you do rewards and missions and do these little quests with your friends. That there's so much potential we can do in this open world mode. We can have an open world where it's the Eastern City and you guys can actually go above the buildings. Please, this is one little point that I didn't even talk about. Can we please go above buildings? Like, there should be no reason why there is an invisible wall keeping you from going all the way up, especially when you're Iron Man or Spider-Man. You can't even crawl up the whole entire wall. That is so bad. In this open world, we need freedom, no limits like we do have in the missions. We need a whole place where we can just, dare I say it, F around. I guarantee you, Crystal Dynamics, if you're listening to this, no hard feelings. I just want this game to survive. I want this game to go into 2023 and 2024 and have a whole lineup of heroes, but only if we do the things I say in this video. And actually, if you listen to your community, you will be able to keep this video game alive. But right now, in its current state, it is worrying. And right now, to gain our trust back, Crystal Dynamics, we need a roadmap that will show off whatever day you decide to do it in March and April, whatever day. You need a roadmap that's gonna highlight every single month. Something has to come up every single month to get us to be like, yo, I wanna play this game. Please just do the things I say in this video and you'll be able to fill up that roadmap, no problem. Avengers, assemble! I feel like I'm the only one who plays this game. Oh my god. Thank you guys so much for watching that video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, hit that notification button so you never miss out on a video. I'll be sure to make much more videos on Avengers, Spider-Man, and all that jazz. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.